If you're preparing for a finance or an FP&A interview, you want to show that you just don't focus on the numbers, but also you understand the story behind them. And this is one of the most common FP&A interview questions. Walk me through the income statement or P&L of your organization. Now, this might not always be asked in the same way in the interviews. Here are some different variations of the same questions that interviewer might ask you. Can you walk me through your company's income statement or P&L? How does your company make money and what are the key cost drivers? Explain the income statement to someone who doesn't work in finance. Tell me about the revenues and cost structure of your current business. If someone looked at your P&L today, what would they learn about the business? What are the key main components of your P&L and how do they move? How has your company profitability changed over the last few years? Give me a high level overview of your company's income statement or P&L. One thing you to remember that they are not just testing your memory of the P&L or the income statement. What they really want to see is, do you understand how your company actually makes money? Can you connect the numbers to real business activities? And can you explain finance clearly and confidently like someone who works with the leadership roles? So now that you know why interviewers ask this question, let us break down the income statement step by step. The explanation must follow a clear structure that reflects how a real business operates. It generally starts with the revenues, how the company earns money. Is it sale of products, services, subscriptions, etc.? This is followed by the cost of goods sold. These are the direct costs tied to producing or delivering those goods and services. This is followed by gross profit, which is revenue minus cost of goods sold. This tells us how profitable the core offering is before the other overhead. Next comes the operating expenses. This includes the selling, general, and administrative expenses like marketing, sales, and office costs. This is followed by earnings before interest, tax, depreciation, and amortization, which is a clean view of the operating performance. Next is the depreciation and amortization, which are non-cash charges reflecting the wear and tear of the value reduction of business assets. This is followed by operating profit or EBIT, which is the core profit from operations after accounting for depreciation and amortization. After the EBIT, we have interest expenses, which is the cost of borrowings of interest paid on loans or debt instruments. This brings us to the pre-tax income, also known as EBT. These are profits before taxes, which is EBIT minus the interest. After that, we have the income tax, which is the tax charged on the EBIT. And finally, we arrive at the net income, which is the final profit after all expenses. And this is what the shareholders ultimately care about. On a quick side note, if you're serious about growing in FP&A roles, do check out our Certified Global FP&A Professional Program. CGFPA is a 6-month in-depth FP&A certification designed to help you become real business partners. If that sounds something that you might need, the links are in the description below. Check out. Now that you've understood the structure of the income statement, let us look at some examples. And here is how you might answer this question if you work for a SaaS company. As a SaaS company, we make money primarily through annual and monthly SaaS subscriptions. Our main cost is our sales and support teams, which is cost of sales, which includes onboarding and customer success. We also spend heavily on our cloud infrastructure and R&D. This gives us a gross margin of around 70%. Our biggest operating expenses is sales and marketing, followed by we have been maintaining a positive EBITDA margin of around 20 to 25% in the last few years. Over the last years, we have seen better margins as we have improved retention and scaled up without adding too much headcount. So that was a tech driven business. Let's look at a completely different business model. Here is how you might answer this if you are working for a FMCG company. We are an FMCG company and our revenues come from selling consumer products across retail and modern trade channels. Sales are volume driven and we launch seasonal SKUs to boost our top line in key months. Our cost of goods sold include raw materials, packaging, and logistics. We operate on very thin gross margins, around 30 to 35%. So managing supply chain costs is very critical. Marketing and trade promotions are our biggest operating expenses. This is followed by warehousing and distribution. We aim to keep our EBITDA margins around 10 to 15%. And recently, we have seen pressure rising from input costs, but a price increase and a better channel mix have helped us protect our profitability. And if you are in a financial services industry, your income statement will look very different. Let us take a look at how you might answer this for a banking or a lending business. We are a mid-sized bank focused on retail and SME lending. Our primary revenue streams are interest income from loans and the fee-based income services like credit cards and account maintenance. Our cost of funds, which is what we pay our customer for deposits, is our biggest direct cost. Net interest margin or NIM is our key profitability metric. Operating expenses include branch operations, compliance, and tech investments. We have maintained a stable margin by improving our digital offerings and reducing our NPAs. Despite some interest rate fluctuations, we have managed to remain profitable with better risk management. If you're wondering where you can find the listed companies' P&L and income statement information, you just need to head to their investor relations page. You can type the company name plus investor relations on Google search. There you will find annual reports and earning presentations which would have the detailed income statement. If these videos are helping you and making you more confident about answering FP&A interview questions, please give it a like and hit the subscribe button. And if you want to look at more interview prep questions on FP&A, check out our full FP&A interview prep playlist and our FP&A interview prep question and answer course. All the links are in the description below.